MailChimp in particular makes me check off a box that says I have collected this data or these emails legally.
Yes.
Meaning the person has opted in and specifically told me I have permission to email them. So once I check that box, I am then a criminal if I have lied.
Hey everyone, welcome to the SOB Marketing Podcast, where we celebrate the SOB that you are, and if you haven't figured it out yet, we mean small-owned business. We don't mean SOB.
Listen, we know that as a small business owner, you are working hard on the daily to keep your business fully operational while trying to promote it. And while some days it may feel like the business is owning you, if we're being honest with each other, I bet you would admit that you wouldn't give up the insanity for anything.
Our commitment here at the SOB Marketing Podcast is to give you the real talk, what works when it comes to advertising, marketing, promoting your business, and then what doesn't really work.
And Chelsea and I promise to always keep the conversation real. Welcome back to another episode, you guys, of the SOB Small Owned Business Marketing Podcast. I'm Vivian. This is
Chelsea.
Your marketing duo. We're here to drop some knowledge today. So before we begin or even introduce the topic we're covering, just a friendly reminder, if you guys are listening on your preferred podcast platform, go ahead and hit subscribe so that way you could get notified every time we drop a new episode. And we have over 120 episodes now for you to binge. Yes. So if you like the content today, go back in our catalog and just listen to a couple other episodes based on topics that interest you. I promise you, I think you will find them useful and also semi-interesting. We're not the boring kind of gals, so we try to bring the topics here with a little bit of spice, we hope you guys appreciate that. Chelsea, what are we talking about today?
Yeah. We both remembered at the same time. We do something a little different here on this podcast. We have a TLDL section. Too long, didn't listen. We know that small business owners are strapped for time. So if you just want a really quick synopsis of this conversation, go to the TLDL chapter and I will give you a little summary. Just remember to go back and listen to this full conversation because, you know, that's where the meat and potatoes is.
Yes, that's where all the good stuff is.
You need more than just the summary.
All right, so topic-wise.
Yes, topic-wise, today we are doing a roadmap. We are talking about how to do email marketing.
All right, I'm just going to say it. You guys know we are suckers for email marketing around here. So let me just very quickly get this out of the way.
Okay.
If you think email is dead, it's not. Okay. No. And it is a very good use of your money. Okay. So for every dollar spent in email marketing, you are estimated to get back on average how much money?
It is $36, Vivian.
Yes. So that is a wonderful percentage to get back. All right. So dollar spent, you get $36 back. So today, though, what we were thinking when we were having this conversation, because we talk about email marketing all the time, we do.
We do.
It's like, okay, well, great. You're a small business owner and somebody tells you, hey, have you thought about email marketing? It's a good investment of your, dollars. And it also gives you direct access to potential customers. All right, but how do you actually go about setting up this whole email marketing thing?
Yeah, so today we're going to go step by step. If you don't have an email list, you don't do any email marketing, this is how you're going to set it up so you can start doing email marketing.
Perfect.
Okay, so the very first step, the very first thing that a small business owner is going to do, you're going to pick an email marketing platform. Okay, do not send emails about your business from a Gmail account. It illegitimizes your business.
I want to know if you guys are tired of the abuse from Chelsea in this podcast. She's constantly telling you guys what to do and what not to do. She is correct on this one, though. I will stand behind you.
Thank you.
Think of it this way. If you're somebody who is reaching out to a business, asking them for a quote, and then when they email you back the quote, you actually get it from a Gmail account. There is that part of you that's like, right?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you have an at whatever your business name is
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, I have an example of this. There is a nail salon that I love going to. I haven't been in a while because I can paint my own nails. But, it's like a nice little treat when I go get my nails done. But I haven't been in a while. They emailed me a discount code. Okay, but I didn't know that's what it was because it came from a Gmail account.
Oh.
There was no imagery on it. It was just text.
Yeah.
And it just said like, hey, you have we're going to give you a 10% off coupon code. And I'm like, who are these people? It doesn't look like a legitimate business.
Well, and also with as much spam as goes around these days, I would almost be afraid to open anything from a Gmail account that I don't know.
That too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think the only thing that would make it worse is if you had a Yahoo account.
Or a Hotmail.
Or a Hotmail account. I was going to say AOL, but this is something that we're probably going to touch on later in the conversation. But also having an @Gmail account is going to put you under a different set of rules as far as being able to send out emails. Okay. So what I mean by that is when you use a platform, they are also making sure that you are lined up with all of the, what do you call it?
Legalities,
yes. And if you're just using a Gmail account, they're going to be a little stricter as far as how many people you can send it out. So for example, if you were to have, a base of 500 emails right now from people that you've collected over the years that have shopped with you, you cannot go into Gmail, upload all 500 of them and send out an email. It's going to block it. You're going to be blacklisted.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's what I'm saying is the platforms or having that at whatever your business name is.com, that handle behind your email account is going to open up other opportunities because it's telling the email system as well, like, hey, we're legit and this is a business, right? It's not just a spammer that's sitting there sending out all of this like spam.
Vivian, I also want to give another example real quick, y'all. If you are going to send out an email that is only verbiage, only text, that's fine. Make sure that you include your logo or a header and a footer, that it's not just a block of text, because that also looks like spam. That also looks sketchy, even if it came from an @yourbusiness.com. And I've gotten those emails as well from a legitimate business. I've gotten other emails that look clean and branded and stuff like that. And then they've also sent me emails that are just like, here's a 10% off coupon code. Regards, brand. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah. That looks sketchy. To not even include your logo, like in any messaging that you send out, you need to include your logo. Always.
It definitely helps unless, I think there is some cases where maybe if you're offering a service, I mean, part of it is preference, but to your point, the other part is keep in mind, let's say you don't include a logo, the formatting's not really quite right, and instead you're just sending like that. People could, without opening the email, mark it as spam just because they don't know, right? Yeah. And then that actually knocks you because then it's telling the system like, hey, this person sends out spam email. And if you get enough of those, they're not going to let you send stuff out. Yeah. So
you'll get blacklisted.
Exactly. So case in point, I do think there's quite a bit there to be considered, but you said choose a platform. All right.
Yes. So let's get back on track.
Yeah. Let's ditch the Gmail.
Ditch the Gmail.
Get something legitimate. And if you don't know, if you have a Gmail account right now, you actually do that through Gmail. Okay. Yeah. You basically take your domain and then you are able to connect an email to that domain, and that's what that is. Yes. But once you ditch that, then you choose your platform that you want to use. What options do we have?
Oh, there are so many options out there. There is MailChimp. There is Flowdesk. If you're service-based, there's Vagaro, which is a
Appointment
scheduling. Yeah, appointment scheduling. They also do email marketing. There are so many. Do you have another one?
Let's see. There's like Blue Send.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff.
Just to clarify, Blue Send is actually Send in Blue, which has now rebranded to Brevo. So Blue Send is Brevo.
Here's how I would start. If you're a small business owner that has no platform right now, ask yourself, do you have a point of sale system? If you're using a POS, do they have an option to send out email marketing? Yeah. Because if you're already paying for that, why not take advantage of it? All right.
Love that.
If you don't have a POS system and you don't have any other tool that could potentially offer you email marketing, my recommendation would be to go with something called Flowdesk. We've used Flowdesk for years. What I love about it is right now, and it's going to be phased out, so you guys can get grandfathered into this pricing, but literally it's one base price per month, no matter how many email addresses you have on that list.
Yeah.
And that is typically where these email platforms will change the pricing, right? They'll have a certain price. I know MailChimp does it. They have a certain price for X amount of emails on the list. And then if you bump up to the next tier, it's a little more expensive. So whatever the case, if you guys are looking or interested in finding out more about Flowdesk, we'll drop our affiliate link here. Just know up front we are an affiliate with them, so that does mean that we get a little bit of money in exchange for you guys signing up for that. It doesn't change your pricing at all. And if anything, it's just a great way for you guys to help us out to continue making content like this.
Yes. But I love the key reason why we love Flowdesk and we use it is because it is that just one standard price. That is not a regular thing with these email platforms. Flowdesk is getting rid of it.
Yes.
In what, November?
Yeah, in November, they're going to morph out of it. So they've given people until November to take advantage of this. I pay $20-something. The cool thing about Flowdesk is they also have other options where you can set out checkout pages. You could build landing pages where people could buy a digital product, all of this stuff. So it's very robust. If you're interested, go check that link out. Yeah. You'll get all the details.
Yes. But you do whatever you want. When you're looking at email marketing platforms, you're going to be looking at pricing and tiers, where you are, how much you want to spend. You're also going to look at what features they have and what features you need.
Yes.
Okay. The you need part is very important because there is no reason to get a platform that has these amazing, like really intricate and advanced features that you're never going to use.
Yeah.
Don't pay for something you're never going to use. So think about what features you want and you need to feel good about sending those emails out and focus on that. Also want to point out, you can always change your platform.
Yes.
You can grow out of something. You decide to do MailChimp first because you can get on the easiest tier. And then later on, you're like, you know what? I actually do want Flowdesk because I am consistently growing and I don't want to have to keep on, tracking where I am on the tiers and how much more I'm going to have to spend. I want just that flat fee. You can do that. You can change.
I started out doing our email list in MailChimp, and then within like a year, I switched over to Flowdesk, and I really liked it. I would say my biggest recommendation for you is if you are not currently sending emails out, but you want to, start with something simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Like Chelsea said, don't get all the bells and whistles, because what you're going to do and what we're going to talk about here in a second is most of this is conditioning on your part. Okay. Yeah. Conditioning you, small business owner. It's not small business owner. It's not the platform. Yeah. And so, very basic, I would look at how many emails you have right now and choose a platform. If you go with MailChimp, I know it's free up to like a certain amount of email subscribers. So that may be a good option for you to start, and then you can outgrow that, or you can bump tiers as that goes. What I would look for at first, if I was just starting, is do they have templates that I feel I can customize very quickly?
Yeah.
And is this also something where I can easily upload my stuff and then get in there, send out? The second thing is, does the platform offer some type of audience segmentation or list segmentation?
Yeah.
Because I do think as you kind of get more comfortable in sending emails out, you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I want to be able to identify people that have signed up for certain things or that have bought certain things, and just have these tags associated with them.
Yeah, Vivian's getting ahead in the roadmap, okay? This was not a part of one. One is just picking the platform. I do want to point out, y'all, we have an entire episode of this podcast about picking the right email platform.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you can go listen to that.
That's the in-depth conversation.
That's the in-depth conversation right there. Yeah. So you pick your platform. You feel good about it. That's great. Next, you have to get people on your email list. So you're going to have to create a lead magnet and create an opt-in page.
Yes. And there are a couple things I think you should probably take into consideration. For one, are you a brick and mortar business?
Okay.
Are you an online business? Are you both? Okay. And if you're a brick and mortar business, how are you going to collect those emails? Is it going to be when somebody comes in, purchases, if you're a restaurant, you get their food order, and then at the end, maybe you ask them, hey, do you want to sign up for our email list, right?
Yeah, Vivian, a lot of POS systems have this option, so it's not even something that you have to try to figure out. You can just turn on that option.
Awesome.
Can I also say, I think it's so funny that we say POS and we know that we mean point of sale.
And not piece of.
Yeah.
Maybe that's our next shirt, POS.
POS? No, it's not.
That's the next podcast, the POS marketing podcast.
I don't think that works as well as SOB, but okay. Yeah, so a lot of POS systems have this built in, so you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a complicated thing. Very easy to create a lead magnet. When I say lead magnet, a lot of times people automatically think of a free download. That's lovely. You can absolutely do that. The easiest is a coupon code, y'all. We see this all the time when we're shopping online. They're like, oh, give us your email and we'll send you a coupon code. That's a lead magnet.
Yes, that's perfect. And so the other part, if you're a mixture of the two, you're a brick and mortar and you're an online business, then maybe it's a combination of both. You're hitting the person when they come in, you're asking them after the purchase, hey, do you want to input your email address into our system? And then also, if you have an online shop, you're saying, hey, 10% discount if you get on our email list. Great. They sign up. So that means you can have multiple different ways to funnel people onto that email list.
And you should have multiple ways to funnel people into that email list.
If you're not a retail shop, then you can do something like what Chelsea was saying. You can have a pop-up box that comes on your website, right? Most of us have seen this where 2 seconds on a website, a pop-up box appears. Either you exit out or you put your email address in there to get whatever information they're offering. Or you could also have a download, right? A guide. You guys were coming up on, the holidays. Maybe it's a, holiday gift guide for whatever you're selling, whatever connection you can make there. But so many different ways to do it. What you want it to do, though, is try to be sure that you're automating this as much as possible, because that is going to, relieve you of having to stay up to date with this. And what I mean is that's why step number 1 was choose the platform. A lot of these platforms will literally allow you to create these pop-up boxes and then embed it into your website. Fabulous. Now you can do that through the platform you selected, and it will feed that email list right onto the platform.
Yes.
So whatever mechanism you can do, figure out, how do I create a lead magnet? How do I get somebody onto my email list? And then how do I connect it to the platform?
Yes. Vivian, this is very important, y'all. And I want to make it very clear. You need consent to send someone emails. Okay. So you cannot decide that you're going to do email marketing and go, oh, well, I've been collecting all these emails in the past just, cause I wasn't doing anything with them. I didn't ask them if I could send them marketing stuff, but they gave me their email, so I'm just going to do it anyways. Do not do that.
Yeah.
You will get blacklisted so fast.
Now, I will say I've had experience where we were new to a platform and we had a list of emails on an Excel spreadsheet that then I uploaded. MailChimp in particular makes me check off a box that says I have collected this data or these emails legally.
Yes.
Meaning the person has opted in and specifically told me I have permission to email them. So once I check that box, I am then a criminal if I have lied. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't be doing no criminal activities with regards to email. There are way better reasons to get sent to jail, and it's not for email. For email stuff.
Please, in the comments below, tell us what is a better reason to go to jail than emails.
That's right.
I once worked with an ad agency where I had to go through and revise all of their work because it would be laden with misspellings and wrong information. We were spending thousands of dollars for me to do double the work.
Sometimes you don't need an ad agency. You just need resources to be able to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, that's why we created the SOB community for the small business owners who want to keep their marketing in-house but still need some support.
You get templates, courses, downloads, expert advice, weekly live calls, and a supportive group of other small business owners for just $50 a month. So head over to skool.com/SOB. That's skool.com/SOB. All lowercase. Join today and feel confident in your marketing.
Yes, these platforms can absolutely blacklist you. They can ban you if they feel like you are sending out spam or if they feel like you are breaking any laws. There's the Can Spam Act. Let me say that again. The Can Spam Act. Okay. I feel like I said that better that time. Things that are included in the act, accurate header and subject line information, a clear way to opt out of future messages, and honoring the opt-out requests within 10 business days. If someone opts out of your subscription, your email list, and you don't take them off, that's a problem.
Yeah, and if you choose a platform, you don't necessarily have to worry about this because they will, making sure that your footer has an unsubscribe link. And we've all seen this as people who receive emails from businesses. At the bottom, there's always a place where you can unsubscribe. That you legally have to put that there.
Yes.
Or some people, if they don't have like a link, they'll actually say reply unsubscribe, right? And then they're the ones going in there and unsubscribing them. But I would automate
I would not do it that way. Yeah, I'd automate it.
Just go ahead, automate it. And then that way you can see how many people are unsubscribing. The platform is capturing all of that data and information for you. And your goal ultimately in all of this is, to have people not report your email as spam. And also to unsubscribe. And the best way to do that is to do it all legally from start to finish.
Yes.
May I send you emails? Would you like to opt in for this email list? Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Now let me send you legit emails, okay?
Yeah. Okay, Vivian. So we've picked a platform and we've started bringing in email addresses with an opt-in page or with lead magnets. Now we are going to do the fun part. We're going to start sending out emails, and it starts with a welcome email. Okay, so you need to introduce people to your business, your brand, what kind of information you're going to be sending out, stuff like that. This is something that, one, you want to automate, and two, you want to update regularly. That is a big one.
Timely, because literally 2 weekends ago, I spent time updating the system that we use because we have so many downloads and freebies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, over the years, we've just created so many of them, 19 plus. I had to go through each one of them because each one of them has a different sequence because we are delivering a different PDF or a download to them.
Sure.
And so for each one of the sequences, I'm able to then, after we deliver the initial one, like let's say they downloaded our roadmap to ad negotiation.
Yes.
Okay. Where we're telling them how to get better ad rates. Wonderful. They download it. They get that first email from us that's like, hey, here's the download that you requested.
Mm-hmm.
Click here and, you'll have it available. Then we send, that's where within 24 hours later, we send them a welcome email.
Yeah.
That's introducing us like, hey, by the way, this is who we are. Here's our background. This is how to best take advantage of all the free marketing resources we have. And we literally just link all of the resources we have.
Yeah.
When one of those changes,
yeah,
I have to go in and update every single one of them. So I went through and I did that.
Yeah.
Like 2 weekends ago. And it well worth it because at least then we know we're promoting what we want to promote. And it is a fresh, just update to what we have, to our offerings.
Yes. One, in the show notes for all of our podcast episodes, I add the link to subscribe to our email list. So go do that. You can get a lot of great free marketing information and resources. Two, it is so simple to automate these things with platforms. They make it easy. They take you step by step through it. I know automation can sound scary because, you feel like a tech bro, right?
Bra. Tech bra.
But yeah, automating them, it's not hard. It's not difficult. Most platforms will take you step by step through it. So definitely something you want to do. Yeah.
And Flowdesk, I know you're going to get tired of hearing this because I've been using it for so long. I can tell you it's probably, and I do use MailChimp quite a bit for other projects. And then I even use OmniSend for another client that we have. But all of them are pretty easy to use standard-wise. Flowdesk, I really do like it because I literally can go in there and like drop stuff. Like I can visually see how it's automating.
Sure.
And to Chelsea's point, the thing is, once you get in there and you set this up, you don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's nice on your part because you know that when you get somebody on your email list, you're taking full advantage of then not selling, but going in and introducing your business and setting the expectation for what you're going to be emailing them, how you're going to communicate with them. So an example for this, if you're a dentist office,
okay,
we want you to send that first email either introducing your team or setting an expectation of like, hey, you can check this. We're going to communicate with you via email for these things. All right. But if you want to schedule an appointment, we want you to go here or we want you to call here. These are things that would be helpful because you are relaying your process and your preferences as a business, right? And how you expect them to kind of interact and how things go. If you're a retailer, it could be like, hey, thanks so much for joining the list. As a gift to you, here's 10% off.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be, our email list are the first people to know when we drop a new product, right? Or something like that. Just set an expectation for like, what can I expect to see from you in my inbox in the future?
Okay. This next part is where email marketing gets difficult for some people.
It goes off the rails.
It goes off the rails. You got to create a routine. This is where you have to, I don't want to say put the effort in, but
this is
you got to put the effort in. You got to send out the emails. You have to decide, am I sending out weekly emails or am I sending out monthly emails? What kind of emails are you sending out? Are you sending out newsletters that focus on education? Are you sending out newsletters that focus on promotion? Maybe you do a monthly promotional email and you do a weekly educational email. That's whatever you decide to do. That's wonderful. You have to do it consistently.
Yeah, don't bite off more than you can chew. Listen, if you're going from zero and just starting an email list or email marketing in general, what I would say is try it once a month.
Yeah.
Okay. You may then be able to say, you know what? Once a month was easy. I can easily do once a week, right? But the thing is, the consistency is the big part, because as much as you are, I don't want to say training your customer on what to expect from you, you are training yourself, okay, as a disciplined small business owner. Let me just make this connection for you.
Okay.
Money.
Ooh.
If you are not going to take email marketing seriously, you are leaving money on the table. So frame it like that in your head, okay? And so that
you're also likely wasting money, because if you're paying for a marketing platform, an email marketing platform that you're then not using, not only are you leaving money on the table, but you're also spending money for no reason.
Exactly. And so we just want you to understand that, like, if money isn't enough of a motivation for you to at least try to put together a monthly email, then I don't think anything really is going to be right. So, because you're in the business of staying in business. So just think of it that way. Start, if you're hesitant and you're like, I don't know if I could get behind this email thing, you know, maybe it's once every 3 months. I think you should probably do it once a month, but you know, if you could commit to once a month, that works out well for the first 2 to 3 months. Great. Can you commit bi-weekly? Okay. Then can you commit to weekly? And will you have enough content and information to do that? You know, if you're a retailer and you are consistently dropping new product, once a month may work spectacularly for you, because then you can, you know, you're like, hey, at the beginning of the month, I'll send them a list of all the things that we're dropping in, you know, September, October. So just remember, it's flexible. You can set it up however you want. You're the boss. Okay. So whatever you can commit to, go ahead and do that.
Yes. Just make sure you commit to it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, Vivian, at the very end, at our last stop in the roadmap, that's where we're talking about segmenting.
Okay, yes. This is the exciting part, I think, the geeking out part.
Yes, this is when you really can use email marketing for good. Okay, we do everything for good here. Not for evil.
Sometimes for evil.
No, not for evil. Always for good, okay? We're changing the connotation of cult here.
Okay.
We're a good marketing cult. Okay. Segmenting. When you can segment your email marketing list, that's when you can master personalization. And personalization is such a big deal now in marketing in 2025. It was a big deal in 2024. Let's just say the 20s, okay? This is the time for personalization. When you can group your audience into segments, that will help you send them messaging that really resonates with them.
Yes. And what we love about email is, for one, you are collecting data or information. And then two, you're able to connect that to better serve your customer or potential customer, right? And so think of it this way. I used an example earlier of one of the free downloads that Chelsea and I had created. It was a roadmap to negotiating better ad rates.
Okay.
The person that would download that is the small business owner that's like, hey, I'm about to go do some advertising. I know I maybe can negotiate some terms, but like, what, you know, I need a little help. In that roadmap, we're talking about, like, you can negotiate the term length, the pricing, the this, the that. Okay. That person then, once they download that, what that tells me is they are actively doing marketing.
Yes.
All right. Because they downloaded something that they can utilize to, you know, improve their marketing. If in the future then we have a course on, how to build better relationships with your advertising reps. These people would be primed to want to view that, because then whatever offering we're doing, whatever we're teaching them is in line with what they've downloaded.
Absolutely.
Now, if this person, if we came out with a course about, what's something?
The course that we actually have, Rock Your Fair.
Because we have a course on how to sell your products and services at markets and craft fairs and stuff, I wouldn't promote that to this particular group of people, because could there be an overlap? Could they also be people that are selling at markets? Possibly, but do I know that definitively? No. What would be better, though, is the download. We have a free course that we created.
A mini workshop.
Yes, around one of the pillars to selling at craft fairs. Perfect. Yes. It was 3 mistakes that you are likely making at craft fairs or pop-ups, markets. That person would be primed for this other course that we have.
Yes.
So I think what we want to relay to you here is it's only going to get worse over time, because we are living very doomsday, because we are living in a time where, as customers, we are spoiled. Yeah. We want to be able to have items curated for us based on our preferences. Based
we
on
expect that at this point.
Buying patterns. So you taking full advantage of this segmentation is going to only make you better business owners in the future, because you're aligning yourself, and you're telling someone like, hey, I've seen what you've recently purchased, and I really think you're going to love this next product.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, I've seen that you recently bought the Goo Goo Dolls record.
Yes.
Here's another Goo Goo Dolls record that you might be interested in.
The new one they just came out with. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's what we're looking for. So, and since you're paying for this, you're putting effort into writing these emails, sending them out. Take full advantage, so that way you can earn a little extra money whenever you're taking advantage of the personalization.
Personalization. Yeah. Okay, Vivian, I think we're ready for the TLDL.
Yes.
Okay. So TLDL, too long, didn't listen. If you skipped ahead to this chapter, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. We gave you a mini roadmap into email marketing and starting email marketing. If you have never sent out any emails as a small business owner, you're going to start with choosing a platform, an email marketing platform. Then you are going to create lead magnets and opt-in pages to get people onto that email list. From there, you're going to create a welcome email. Okay, and you're going to automate it so it's real easy and real simple. You don't have to think about it. Then you're going to create a routine and send out emails. And then from there, you're going to work on segmenting your target audience so you can get the most out of email marketing. Again, go listen to this entire conversation if you skipped ahead here when you get the chance. Listen to it, because there's a lot of nuance and a lot of details that this very brief synopsis skipped over. Okay. And this is a great episode because, again, if you guys are not new here, you know that Vivian and I love email marketing.
Absolutely love email marketing. Friendly competition here.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys, we have way more people following us on Apple Podcasts than we do on Spotify. So for you Spotify listeners, we want you to be competitive and we want you to hit that subscribe button, because right now your butt's getting whooped by the people over on Apple Podcasts. All right. And you know, if you guys have any questions for us, we want to hear your pretty little voices. So you can now send us a voice message for free. Just go on our website, go to sobmarketing.com, navigate over to contact us, scroll down, and literally you hit the button and you don't need to connect any microphone, nothing. You either talk into your phone or talk into your laptop, and it will send us the voice message.
Nice. And remember that we want to do an episode answering all your questions. So leave us a question. We'll play your audio message and we'll answer it on air. And go be the best SOB you can be.